Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news. All right, Cowboys fans, buckle up because there's some serious buzz swirling around the NFL. And it's all pointing to a potential blockbuster move involving Kyle Hamilton, the sensational safety from the Baltimore Ravens. Now I know what you're thinking, another trade rumor. But hang on, this one actually has some legs, and it could reshape the NFC landscape, especially for the Cowboys. So let's break down what's happening behind the scenes and why this could be a game changer for our team. First, let's set the scene. The Ravens, sitting at an impressive 7-2 record, are facing some financial tight spots. They're currently squeezed with just about $3.2 million in cap space and are eyeing extensions for Lamar Jackson, which makes their upcoming decisions even more critical. The rumor mill is heating up because Baltimore might be looking to make some moves before the trade deadline on November 4th, and one name that keeps popping up is Kyle Hamilton. The Ravens, it seems, are considering trading Hamilton in exchange for draft picks, specifically a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-round pick in 2027, which they could use to bolster their roster, especially on the offensive line. Now, why would the Ravens be interested in trading Hamilton? Well, there's a lot of context to consider. Baltimore's secondary has been hit hard by injuries, especially in the past few weeks. They've allowed 29 passing touchdowns this season, which is quite high for a team known for its stout defense. With the injury bug biting their safeties, the Ravens are probably feeling the pinch and might see trading Hamilton, who's been outstanding this season, as a way to recoup draft capital and address their depth issues. Plus, they're looking to shed some cap space to keep Lamar Jackson happy and to fund future extensions. On the other side, Dallas is in a different spot. Our secondary has been besieged by injuries, with Deron Bland missing 4 games due to a sprained ankle, and Trevon Diggs, of course, still working his way back from that torn ACL. Adding Kyle Hamilton, a rising star and one of the top young safeties in the league, could be a massive boost. The buzz is that the Cowboys are actually interested in this deal, seeing Hamilton as a piece that could elevate their back end from solid to elite. And when you look at the numbers, it's easy to see why. Hamilton, just 24 years old, has been absolutely lighting it up in his 3rd season. He's an all-pro caliber player and ranked among the top safety prospects in the NFL. In 2025, his PFF grade is an eye-popping 89, placing him among the top 2 safeties in the league. He's recorded 6 interceptions already, with an interception rate of 9.5%, which is among the best in the league. Plus, he's a versatile player, lining up in coverage with an impressive 88. 2% grade, allowing just 7 explosive plays on 48 targets, which is about 3%, a number that shows how disciplined he is in coverage. His tackling and pass rush abilities are also noteworthy. He's accumulated 75 tackles and 3 sacks this season, showcasing his ability to be a hybrid safety linebacker when necessary. His coverage stats are also impressive, allowing a completion percentage of just 52.1%, and he's been a top-tier ball hawk with 10 pass breakups. Not only that, but he's been injury-free in 2025, which is huge for a player who's adding value as a consistent performer. Fans and analysts alike compare him favorably to Derwin James, another top-tier safety, thanks to his elite coverage and playmaking skills. Now let's talk about the potential impact if this trade happens. For Dallas, adding Kyle Hamilton would be like injecting a shot of adrenaline into our defense. Imagine him lining up alongside Jordan Lewis, transforming what's already a top 5 unit into something even more fearsome. His ability to read plays at an elite level, combined with his knack for forcing turnovers, could be the difference-maker in tight games. His projected addition could bring an estimated 11 more interceptions over the course of the season, and his presence on the field would likely cut down the yardage allowed through the air by about 19%, which is a significant improvement. Furthermore, Hamilton's impact wouldn't stop at coverage. His run-stopping ability would be a welcome addition, boosting our run defense by roughly 16%. That means fewer big plays on the ground for opponents and more opportunities for our front seven, which already boasts 23 sacks this season. Think about how that pressure could force turnovers, create more scoring opportunities, and keep our offense on the field longer. This kind of upgrade could, quite literally, be the difference in a playoff push. And let's not forget the ripple effect this could have on our Super Bowl odds. Currently, the Cowboys are sitting around plus 600 to win it all, but with Hamilton in the fold, those odds could move to plus 400. That's a jump that reflects serious confidence in our championship potential. Plus, with the NFC East being one of the most competitive divisions, a player of Hamilton's caliber could tilt the balance in our favor, especially because he's proven to be a major asset in high-pressure situations. His presence in the secondary would elevate our entire defense, forcing opponents to think twice before throwing into our zone. Now, looking at the broader NFL context, Baltimore might be caving into the idea of trading Hamilton because they're also looking at their own needs. They might want to rebuild their offensive line, much like the Bengals did last year, and acquiring draft picks is a smart way to do that. Plus, the Ravens are dealing with cap issues, especially with linebacker Roquan Smith set to earn around $26 million next year, so shedding some cap space makes sense. They'd be looking for draft capital to rebuild and address their depth issues, especially after injuries in the secondary and a tough schedule. But for Dallas, this trade makes a lot of sense. We're already in the thick of a playoff hunt, and bolstering our secondary with someone like Hamilton could be the final piece to push us over the top. It's not just about having a good safety. It's about adding someone who can be a game changer, someone with the instincts, athleticism, and playmaking ability to transform our defense. When you look at how our front seven is playing, with Micah Parsons leading the charge and the secondary desperately needing some reinforcements, Hamilton fits perfectly into our puzzle. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, and there are questions about whether Baltimore would actually trade him or if Dallas would be willing to part with those draft picks. But the rumors are gaining momentum, and the potential benefits are too significant to ignore. For the Cowboys, securing a player like Hamilton could be the difference in a tight playoff race, elevating our defense into a league-top unit and giving our offense even more confidence to take risks knowing our secondary is locked down. And as we look ahead to the rest of the season, the stakes could not be higher. The NFC is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Seahawks all vying for playoff positioning. But if Dallas manages to pull off this trade, it could set us apart. It's about making bold moves when it counts, and adding a young, elite talent like Hamilton would be that move. We've seen what a difference a single player can make. Think of how Minkah Fitzpatrick's trade in 2019 stabilized the Steelers' defense and helped them become a playoff fixture. Hamilton could have a similar impact on the Cowboys, transforming our secondary into a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. So, Cowboys fans, it's an exciting time. The potential of landing Kyle Hamilton is not just a rumor. It's a real possibility that could shape our season and our future. Imagine the pressure he'd bring to opponents, his ball-hawking skills, and his ability to cover in all situations. It's a move that could push us closer to the Super Bowl, reinforce our defense for years to come, and leave a lasting mark on our franchise. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this potential trade? Would you be excited to see Kyle Hamilton wearing the star? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters a lot to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In the end, whether this trade happens or not, it's clear that the Cowboys are always looking for ways to improve, to push the envelope, and to get closer to that ultimate goal, another Super Bowl championship. With a talented roster, a fiery fan base, and a front office not afraid to make bold moves, we're on the brink of something special. Kyle Hamilton could be that missing piece, the kind of player who elevates our entire team and puts us squarely in the championship conversation. So keep your fingers crossed, Cowboys Nation, because big things are coming and we're all in this ride together. Let's get loud, stay loyal, and keep pushing toward that ultimate goal, bringing another Lombardi Trophy home to Dallas.